Brewery travelers, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Happy to be here. And Mike, last time we were visiting, we were talking about football.
We were talking about football, and hey, you know what? It's been a great week, first week of football. I tell you what. You know, if the Florida State fans are, I'm from Florida. If the Florida State fans are happy, the Florida fans are happy, and by golly, even the Kansas fans are happy.
Well, I think this must be a real good week.
Must be a real good week. Well, it's a good week for everybody except me.
Well, in terms of our game that we're running mainly on Instagram, we've got one more game to go. Clemson, Georgia Tech tonight, Mike.
Clemson, Georgia Tech tonight. And Notre Dame would have been okay if, in fact, they'd ended at halftime.
Well, but they didn't. They played the whole 60.
Yeah, I know. Have to do that.
They got to do that. And, all right, so we got football up front, and we're going to close with a little football later.
Yeah, we have to announce what cities we're going to be at. Which breweries we're going to be at next time.
Right. But in the middle, let's talk about some breweries.
Well, I think that's a good idea. We went to Fernandina Beach, didn't we?
We did go to Fernandina Beach. I can tell you, Fernandina Beach is a part of Amelia Island, which is Amelia Island is the first barrier island, the northernmost barrier island in Florida. And so it's not far south of where we live, and we love to go down there. And they got some good breweries, Mike.
They have some good breweries. I think you mentioned there are probably 3 or 4 breweries there.
Well, there are. Let's talk about 2 of them.
All right.
The first one is called Mokama. Mokama Brewing. And Mokama is a word native to the Native Americans that lived in that area. I don't know what it means, but I know that that's where it came from.
That's where it came from, right.
And Mokama is very interesting for this part of the world. It's really good at making dark beers, Mike.
That is unusual for this area, yes.
It is. This is light, in the South is light beer. We've talked about it before. But these guys do real good dark beer. They do
good dark beer, absolutely. And it's a very nice sized area.
Oh gosh, you know, it is an old auto dealership. So inside, it's, you know, cavernous, except they have it, the furniture stationed in such a way there is a number of areas that you and a group of friends could come in and visit and have a good time.
Unlike a lot of places, it's not super loud because you're not all together everywhere.
Well, that's exactly right. They also have a little bit of an outside space.
They do?
On one side.
Yeah.
Under a pergola. But then behind the brewery, they have a large outside space with umbrellas and sailcloth.
And by the way, if you're not into beer, if you want to get there a little bit early, they also have coffee.
Well, they do. They have a coffee bar because they open before it's legal to sell alcohol in Georgia. And so you can go in there and get your cup of coffee. They also bring in some pastries, Mike.
That's right.
So you can beef up before we start turning them on.
And that's a good thing to do, by golly.
It is. And I got to tell you, as a former car dealership, there's immense parking. They also have a very large area under tent outside where they have entertainment. Mike.
Okay. By the way, how far is this off the interstate if you're just traveling through?
I think you take off on A1A and you've got 10, 12 miles.
Okay.
To Highway 17 and then you're close.
It's an easy 15-minute break if you just want to be driving by and stop for a minute.
That's right. That's exactly right. And I want to give a plug here because they have a couple beers there that are they're wonderful, and they're worth driving. You know, matter of fact, Mike, one time we were at Cookie Can.
Okay.
You said you and Bev are the only 2 people you know that drive an hour to get a beer and pizza.
That's right.
Well, I got to tell you, Barbara and I, we drive an hour to get beer from 2 different places and pizza and wings.
Ah, okay.
You know, Fernandina is that place for us. We go down to Mokama, and they have a beer executive.
What we're saying here is the fact that you know, as you're riding around, as long as you have a designated driver someplace, it's worth driving an hour for a beer or 2. It's different from what you normally get.
You're absolutely right. And the dark beer that I was fumbling with a moment ago is Evocateur. It's a porter. It's not a high ABV.
Okay.
It is supremely tasty. Rich flavor in that porter.
Okay.
So it's good beer, Mike.
Very good. That sounds great. I never had a chance to try that one.
Now, we got to take you back.
That's true. Absolutely.
Now, once you get a couple beers, you need a little food, let's go right down the street.
Okay, that sounds good.
About 2 miles down there on the other side is First Love.
First Love. That's a great name.
Oh, it is a great name.
Absolutely.
And it's a great brewery. This people, it's a small shopping center, and they're about half of it. They have a large section of the parking lot that they have with picnic tables and umbrellas and sailcloth and things like that to give you a little shade. But you are truly in a neighborhood. I mean, the church across the street is feet away.
That's true.
And now, First Love, Mike, I know you gotta love this place. Their IPA is their specialty.
That's my specialty too. You've heard that before here.
They run deep IPAs there.
Very good.
My favorite one, Mike, the Electric Boogie.
Okay. What a name.
What's a great name.
Yeah.
You know, they're a West Coast only. You're not going to go there and get a hazy. Sorry. West Coast only, and the 7.8% Electric Boogie, it's worth going to get.
Okay. That sounds great. That sounds great. They have good pizza too, right?
Well, I got to tell you, they have great pizza, and they have great wings.
Okay.
So a lot of times what we do is we go get them both, and then we just eat what we want and take the rest home.
It's perfect for a lunch break if you're driving through.
It is. I tell you, in all seriousness, there's a number of good beers here. They do tend toward the higher ABV side of the spectrum, but the beer here is outstanding. So when Bob and I want to take off on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, we go down to Fernandina Beach.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I got to tell you, with all that said about the Electric Boogie, the last time we went, we became aware of a beer they have called Strange Design. It's a Schwarz beer, Mike.
Okay.
A dark lager that is my wife Barbara's favorite style.
By the way, I found another Schwarz beer somewhere along the line I have to tell her about.
Well, we do.
Yeah.
Now, this Schwarz beer, First Love is a tiny little brewery in a tiny little place. They finished third in a national competition for Schwarz beers. And I got to tell you, it is phenomenal. It would be worth driving an hour just to get you a few of them, or a growler of them.
That sounds super. That sounds super.
Tell you, these people need to be complimented. They're great brewers. They make great beer and have good food.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Now, I think we need to switch here and get talking about our football again for the third week.
I agree, Mike. It's hard not to talk about their beer.
I understand. You've done a good job.
Okay. Well, let's talk about football.
Okay.
We got some more weeks. We're going to pick week 3 now.
Week 3. Week 3. There will be 3 games with 3 breweries that we will in fact identify. We'll identify all 6 cities where the teams are from.
That's right. And we will cover a brewery from one of these 6 cities.
We will cover a brewery from one of these 6 cities, and you're welcome to try to figure out where we're going to be.
That's right. Now, first game, we've got the marquee classic matchup, Nebraska-Oklahoma.
Nebraska-Oklahoma. One's from Norman, one's from Omaha. Yeah.
And actually Lincoln. Sorry. They're Lincoln, which is outside. In any event, that's a classic matchup. I'm not sure Nebraska's as good as they used to be, but it's a name.
Certainly a classic name. No question about that. That's a matchup that has been around for years and years and years.
Now, we also have, and I find this an interesting game, we have the traditional powerhouse upper Midwest team versus a Southern team. We've got Penn State, Auburn.
So we're talking about College Park, and the next one I won't mess up because Auburn is in Auburn.
It is in Auburn. And then finally, we have South Carolina and the Georgia Bulldogs.
Athens and Columbia. Columbia, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia. That's going to be a great game.
We're going to do some breweries from one of those 6 towns.
We're going to do some breweries from one of those 6 towns. That's absolutely. You're welcome to try to figure out what town we're going to be in. You're also welcome to try to figure out which breweries we may highlight from that town.
Well, I got to tell you, just so we'll know when they start telling us what they think, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
See you guys.